Howdy everybody, Kim here, Papa's Fixing Shop. Beautiful day in the deep dark dead of winter in southern Arizona. I think it's going to be below 70 today. So I can get in the shop, it's cool. If you watched the previous video I had about the new Eastwood welder, this is kind of a continuation of that. It's kind of like an old dog learning new tricks, because I have not done hardly any TIG welding in my entire life, just a few times up until now, and I wanted to learn how to do it. I wanted to do more fine, delicate stuff, and like any skill, the only way you learn it is to do it. So I just started welding stuff together, old broken tools and bits of cutlery. I finally went to the thrift store and found some old knives and spoons and forks and cut them up and make some stuff. And I made this guy. And so this is just kind of showing the progress. Welding dissimilar materials. For example, the bottom of this is a hammerhead, an old ball peen hammerhead, and welding like 60 thousandths thick saw blades to the bottom of it to make the lower jaw. It's gonna see it. Yeah. See the lower jaw right here. It's made of a broken bandsaw. And I just put two pieces together and welded them together. Essentially, you just weld stuff until you get good at it. You just keep figuring it out. And this is the process. I made this guy. I'll throw it out in the yard somewhere. In case you don't know, if somebody doesn't recognize it, this is kind of like a scorpion. It's not correct. Scorpions have 8 legs. This one's only got 6. I only had 3 big pairs of pliers to sacrifice for it that were old and worn out. But the rest is pretty close to what you see around here. This different size, obviously. Our scorpions, they don't get much bigger than this. Anyhow, enjoy the video. Comments are welcome. So it's been interesting. I'll have to see what I'm going to do next. I've been messing around with doing the knife blades that I cut off. Maybe I'll make a bird or something else. Talk at you later. This is a piece of a bandsaw blade, 1/2 inch by, and I think it's 26 thousandths thick. This little guy was one of the, when I was learning to do the scorpion, learning to weld it. First I had to figure out how to set the new welder to weld 24 thousandths, 26 thousandths thick metal together. And Yeah, I did it. I mean, I used a 16th inch tungsten and a 16th inch stainless or steel rod. Then I had to try and figure out how to weld it onto the ball peen hammerhead, because that was over a 1-inch ball of solid steel and a little tiny thing like this to get a decent weld. So it was really fun. Managed to do it, but I destroyed this one in the process. And it's kind of silly, but it's fun learning. Talk to you later. kicking buckets around. So this little vise that I've got that I clamp on, it's for putting wear, and it's my little trick. That's what you're seeing is a bunch of old socks that I cut the foot off and kept the tube, the top of the tube. And I stack like 4 or 5 of them together and fold them over and stick them in the vise, and it makes a pretty good rest for me to put my arm on, my elbow, when I'm trying to keep real steady. Just a thought, little tip.
What is about? There's something evolving. Whatever may come, the world keeps revolving. They say the next big thing is here, that the revolution's near. But to me it seems quite clear that it's all just a little bit of history repeating. People shout, a new style is growing, but it don't know if it's coming or going. There is fashion, there is fat, some is good, some is bad, and the joke is rather sad, that it's all just a little bit of history repeating. Woman, man, girl and boy, feel the pain, feel the joy, and sidestep the little bits of history repeating.